Salford on Saturday, first meeting between the two sides. It's got to be something to look forward to, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's one where I think we've sold a fair amount of tickets. For some reason, it's got a bit of an attention. Maybe it's because it's a couple of weekends before Christmas up in Manchester for Christmas shopping or nights out, etc. But it's certainly one which seems to have grabbed our fans' attention. It's one we're looking forward to because obviously you just said it's our first meeting, and it's going to be a good game of football, hopefully.
I think part of it comes down to the fact it's a new ground. Surely the class of '92 has to play a bit of interest.
Definitely, and that's the interest Salford generates. They've done fantastically well to sort of get through the leagues, and they're competing well in League Two this season. We go there in relatively good form, obviously on the back of a disappointment on Tuesday night and a gruelling 120 minutes, but generally our league form has been quite strong, so we're going to go there and give it our best, hopefully be backed by a big following of away fans who are in a good voice, and then hopefully make it a good weekend.
I think we're expecting over 500-600 to turn up.
Brilliant. Like I say, I've been told about the ticket sales, and there's a lot of people asking for tickets as well, so like you just mentioned, maybe it's the class of '92, maybe it's a new ground, new stadium they've not been to, or just an opportunity for a weekend away in Manchester.
It was good of the club to reward those 69 that made the trip to Hartlepool with a £20 voucher for their support, and just say thanks for going, really. I guess
definitely
it's nice to make that.
Definitely, and on a weekend it's slightly different, but on a Tuesday night that's almost the whole of Tuesday and the whole of travelling back on the Tuesday night as well, and getting back in the early hours of Wednesday. It must have been horrific for those getting up for work on Wednesday morning. Unfortunately, we couldn't reward them with a positive result in terms of that. They gave us everything, and the players certainly gave everything, and unfortunately we came up short on the night, so the club's done the right thing in terms of rewarding those fans for making that trip. But we appreciate everyone who supports us, we really do. They do so many miles, and it feels like the team do so many miles, but that's part and parcel of where we are location wise, and also the league and the cup in terms of League Two and the FA Cup, so we certainly can't complain about it. If anything, it brings us closer together as a club.
Back on Salford, what have you made of their start to the season? Obviously it's a new league for them, their form has been a little bit patchy
Yeah, I think they're finding their feet. I think everyone's finding their feet to a certain extent in terms of the league. But when you have success in the National League, this club certainly knows how difficult it is to bounce straight through League Two as well. So finding their feet, probably a team in slight transition. Still a manager getting his stamp in terms of league stamp on that football club, but one which it's a club which has done fantastically well over a number of seasons, and they've got success bred into them. We go there, like I said, with a bit of confidence behind us. I thought it was a fantastic game against Northampton at the weekend. We're trying to replicate that this weekend. We're quite strong away from home. We had a sticky patch a few weeks ago, but generally we've been quite strong away from home. Whoever comes out on top will play the best football and take the moments. Like I say, on Tuesday night, unfortunately, we couldn't take our moments, and Hartlepool took theirs.
They've got some dangerous players for this level, haven't they? Like Adam Rooney and players like that.
They've got players of a certain calibre who've played certainly high up the pecking order in terms of standards, but we've got some good players ourselves, so we've got to be right. Your mindset's got to be right whenever you go away from home. I always say it, but you've got to be mentally and physically tough to start with. You've got to earn the right to play. We're hoping it's going to be a good pitch and a good day for football. And then, like I say, it's whoever performs well on the day.
Jack Sparks suspended and Craig Woodman an injury. I guess that gives you a bit of an issue for Saturday.
Yeah, if there's any left-footed defenders out there, just give me a call. It's an issue, but that's part and parcel of it. Jack's suspension probably comes at a difficult time on the back of Woody going in under the knife or needing the operation. So that's the way football goes sometimes. Injuries all come at once and then maybe in the same position, but no excuses going into the weekend. We've got more than enough good players who can cover that.
Jack's certainly one who's impressed so far this season. He's pushed his way into the first team and hasn't looked back really, has he?
Yeah, but he's still learning his game. You probably saw that on Tuesday. He's far from the finished article. We're trying to get him to a certain level where he's consistent. He's probably been booked too many times this season, and he'll hold his hand up in terms of that. But he competes. He gives us a dimension in terms of his delivery, and I still want more in terms of his attacking mobility and being dynamic and driving at full-backs and having the confidence. We saw that in glimpses at Crawley, I think, last week or a couple of weeks ago. We know what potential Jack's got. It's great that he's finally finding his feet at our level, and we'll keep on developing as best we can.
You certainly can't get any closer with one of those free kicks either.
Yeah, was it the post on Saturday? Whether the keeper got a fingertip to it, I don't know. But you always feel with the likes of Jack and Archie and Ben, once they get one assist or one goal, then they'll keep on coming. And we've got to keep believing in our young players.
How close are likes of Nicky Jose and Lee Holmes now?
Nicky Jose will travel for the squad. That's my decision whether I involve him or not. Lee Holmes is out on a daily basis. He'll join the team next week, so not far away. Lewis Ward is doing individual training, slightly tailored because obviously the contact's still the worry with where the break was and where the plate is in his arm, but he's out with a keeper coach before the keepers get out there and the team joining, if that makes sense. So generally we're getting stronger. Like you touched upon, obviously with Jack and Woody unavailable this weekend, we might have to reshuffle certain aspects of the team, but we are getting stronger.
And finally, we're looking for a third straight win in the league on Saturday. It's important to stay in form and pick up points, because this is a crazy busy period, isn't it?
Of course it is, and there's so many points up for grabs. I think we've done fantastically well to be only 3 points off the top position, and you look at Swindon's form, their form, I think six wins on the bounce. Well, there you go, and we're only 3 points behind them. So, form comes in patches for a lot of teams at our level. But when there's so many points up for grabs in such a short period of time, it's important you keep on picking them up.